It is through imagining that we can begin to change.
It's not necessarily about the future, and it's not necessarily about the past. It's about another state of being. It's about the invisible. All that is not in form represents the dream time. For example, you probably know that the Aborigines have songs, and those songs keep them moving towards a certain destination. Not everyone has the same songs. Different tribes have different songs, but they all interconnect with each other. It's a different place of consciousness. The dream time is about that which is invisible and waiting to be revealed or brought forth. When we go into ritual, in those moments, we know it is all fully present within our own being. So it's about revealing it and then bringing it forth.
The language of my people is a language like a river, always moving, changing. Everything connected. The same is true for a woman's blood. Every blood time is different, a new healing, learning in a woman's life. But truly, you have all the teachings you will ever need in your blood. Every blood time has its own grandmother. Not all grandmothers we can see. But if a woman sits quiet with herself and asks to know, the medicine of that blood time will be revealed to her. And as she bleeds through the seasons of her life, she will grow wise. Because she will know what it feels like to be woman standing on the earth, and woman planting seeds, and woman reaching up to the sun. And when the last of her moons has passed, she will be a grandmother in the world who can teach the daughters that their blood is not one thing, but many things.
You know, there were 3 phases of the sacred feminine: the virgin, the mother, and the crone. And Christianity was able to absorb the first 2, like the Virgin Mary, and work with it. But the crone was so threatening because the crone represented really the crown. She was the crowning power. And in that, she was an authority threat. Plus, she's also so much of a death figure, and our culture is not really able to deal with death. And she is the destroyer goddess and the birth goddess. So she's all these things in one.
And I realized that it's not just birth tied to death. There is that passage through that wound that is part of life. So I had birth and a wound and death. Endless birth and beautiful wounds had to do with experiencing pain and then pushing forth for change in your life. We never really die. We sort of cycle through an endless beginning, and even the things that we find to be the end are often new beginnings. Life really turns out to be a series of endless births with the beautiful wounds pushing us to new levels.